you doing? And welcome to part two of the Creating Massive Profits Through the Power of Your Book in 2018. First of all, thank you to everybody who commented, who watched the video, who shared your feedback. I really appreciate it. It was great hearing from you and seeing that you got a lot of benefit, a lot of value out of part one. If you have seen part one, please type yes in the comment section, especially if you're watching this as a replay. If you haven't seen part one, just type no, and then what I'll do, either myself or Emeka would share the link for you to be able to watch part one. So if you've seen it, say yes, just type yes. If you haven't seen it, then go ahead and type no, right? Because you definitely want to see part one. So watch through this, right? But make sure you watch part one as well, right? So last week, I kicked things off by just helping you understand what it is you need to do and why a book is very important. A book helps establish credibility and authority, and a book really is a great tool. It's so much value inside of one book, right? So, and remember, I shared this book with you, which is a very good book for training if you're someone who delivers live training. So we talked about a book and how you could package a lot of wisdom in a book. People are used to getting books when they want to learn and where they want insight, where they want wisdom. So I don't think there's anything as rewarding as having someone, picks up a book that you wrote, they read through the book, right? And then they're able to get value that can transform their life just from the power of your book. And you don't even have to be there. You can have people reading your book all over the world, getting great insight, great value that helps to change and transform their lives. And for those of us who love writing, who are very passionate about writing, the big challenge, though, is books are great, right? But it's hard work marketing a book. And so a lot of people are good writers. They're brilliant at what they do. But they don't really make good money. And so what we've been looking at, part one and here on part two, is how to actually take a book and turn it into a profit machine. And that's what we're looking at here. And last week I used the mango analogy to really help us understand what a book is. And I said a book is like a low-hanging fruit for you. Okay, for you to really understand this, you've got to definitely go back and watch part one, right? Because I'm just going to continue from where we were on part one. So a book is like a low-hanging fruit, like a mango, like you're walking past a mango tree, and then you see a mango that's hanging, and it's quite low, right in front of your eyes like this. It's so obvious. All you need to do is just reach out and pluck it. There's very little effort. It doesn't cost much to be able to pluck that mango and enjoy the experience. That's what a book is like. Books are usually very low price. Hey, Amanda, how you doing? Thanks for showing up live. You're awesome, right? And so a book. Hey, Mecca, how you doing, bro? So a book is it's low cost. So it's anything from 500 naira to maybe 3,000 naira. It's not a big commitment. But as far as the value is concerned, people attach great value to the wisdom that can be gotten from a book. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas to you as well, right? Now, however, it's low cost. And because it's low cost, it means that you need to sell a lot of books to really make any money. So if you have a 500 naira book, in a month, if you're going to make 100,000 naira, you would need to sell 200 books. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, right? Selling 200 books in 1 month is phenomenal, right? And the kind of people who sell 200 books in 1 month are usually people who already have a massive following, right? A massive following, right? Or people who have a profit machine behind their book. So if you have a massive following, so if you're a Fela Duratoya right now, right, that's okay. You could have a 500 naira book and sell 200 books in a month and 200 the next month for about a year. But for the average person, for you to be able to sell that many books in a month and to be able to afford it, you need to have a profit machine behind it. Now, let me kind of explain that a little bit before I break it down. Now, the thing is this. If people don't know you, right, And if you don't have a massive community you have already built over time, when you publish your book, nobody knows the book exists. Nobody knows, because it's a great book written by a person with great expertise, but nobody knows you, right? And because nobody knows you, you would need to invest in marketing for people to believe enough to give you their money in exchange for your book, right? That's the dilemma we have here. Now, marketing costs money. Marketing costs money. Now, if a book's 500 naira and it's going to cost you maybe it's going to cost you 5,000 naira. If it's going to cost you 5,000 naira to sell one book, then how could you afford it? You're only going to get it. You're selling it for 500. Marketing the book's 5,000, which means every book you sell, you lose 4,500 because nobody knows you, right? Can you see the challenge here, right? So let's say we change things a little bit different, right? Let's say we make things a little different. Let's say every time you sell your 500 naira book, you make 7,000 naira, because you have a profit machine behind the book. So, every book you sell, right, is worth 7,000 naira. Now, how is that possible? I'm going to explain that to you right now. It's simple. It's about the things that are behind the book. So the book is the low-hanging fruit. Then when people buy the book, there then are other things that they can then invest in. So let's go back to the mango analogy, and I'm going to use the whole mango thing to break this down. So you start with the low-hanging fruit, and it's you enjoy that mango. It's juicy, it's sweet, it's dripping. You're just loving it, and as you're walking, you're thinking, I really want more. And so the next thing is, okay, so there are some mangoes which are quite low. If I can just pluck these mangoes, I can make some money. This person's thinking. Now you then say, well, you can then sell them tools or services to help them pluck the mangoes. So one is plucking mangoes. Another thing is, well, plucking is good, but at the very top, there's a lot of mangoes. If I'm able to climb, I can get a lot of mangoes. And so there's a lot other opportunities where they can spend money to be able to climb the tree to get mangoes. What about even beyond that? What about people say, you know what? I want to grow my own mango tree so I can have mangoes in my own garden. And if I have mangoes in my own garden, then I could literally just go out every day, and pluck myself a mango, especially when it's in season. Now, from tasting your mango, this person is now actually looking at having a mango tree in their house. What about the person who actually just says, you know what? Why don't I grow a mango plantation? Let me literally grow a mango plantation. Just think about that, right? So if I grow a mango plantation, I can not only have a lot of mangoes to eat, but I can also sell mangoes to other people as well. I can become a mango merchant, right? Now, each of these different ways that people can enjoy mangoes present opportunities for you to make profits from that initial mango, and in your situation, that initial book. Okay, so some of the different, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about the three, because there's different services and different products that you can offer, right, behind the book, right? So let's say, again, weight loss, right? So we started with weight loss, okay? Right, so we start with weight loss. So maybe you wrote a book, right, and how to get rid of that fat since you've had your baby. So it's a book for mothers who've put on baby fat that want to go back to that size 8 dress that is sitting in their wardrobe that they haven't worn for 5 years since they started having babies. So all those dresses are now in their wardrobe because they put on a bit of baby fat. You know what the babies do to you mothers, right? And they want to get back to that size 8 dress. And so you write a book, how to get back in your size 8 dress since you had that baby, right? And who's going to buy that book? Any mother who's driving or sitting in traffic, she sees that book, how to get back in that size 8 dress, how to burn the fat, get back into that size 8 dress, since you had your baby, something like that. And so she sees the book, He calls the guy, and says, hey, how much is that book? It's 2,000. Oh, is it 2,000 too much? 1,000. No, 1,000, 1,500. And then you agree 1,500. Give him the 1,500. Get the book, right? Now they get the book. Now imagine if reading the book, they then see that you're running a course, right? Or something like that. Or maybe in reading the book, they see that they can go online and get a meal plan. So they can opt in with their email address and get a meal plan. So the book's leading to, I'm just making, leading to something else right now. So then there's other things that you can offer to help this mother who wants to get rid of her baby fat. All that other stuff is really where the money is. The book is just which brings in buyers for you, so you can then help upgrade them to other amazing things that can help them, right? So now I'm going to talk about 3 types of solutions that you can offer. 3 types of solutions you can offer. If you're a writer of books right now and you're saying to yourself, I really want to make some serious money in 2018, the secret is not in the book. It is what is behind the book. That's the secret. It's not in the book. The book is the low-hanging fruit. It's that first experience of your awesomeness. But when they've experienced the awesomeness from your book, what is behind it? That is crucial. That is important. Now, there's 3 types of solutions you can offer, and I'm going to break them down very quickly. There's what we call DIY. So you want to write that down. There's DIY solutions, right? There's DWY solutions, and there's DFY solutions. DIY, DWY, and DFY. Okay? Now, so let's start with DIY. Okay? So DIY is also known as do it yourself, right? So DIY solutions are the solutions that you will offer to people who buy your book that will help them move towards the solutions they want to get, right? If they can do, but they need to do it themselves. So you're giving them things like tools as well as knowledge and information type products. So what are some of the things that would fit in there? Things like online courses. So an online course, or maybe another self-implementation course. Now, so you can have an online course where that I could buy, having bought your book. There's an online course, which is a 90-day online course implementation program where I literally go in, log in, and every day I follow a program over 90 days, and it's all online. So I do it myself. That's an example. Or maybe there's a software as well. So maybe you offer a software that I can use to enter what I eat, that would measure the calories and da-da-da-da-da. So, and so you write a book, and then behind the book, there's a software where I pay monthly subscription. Do I pay, maybe for this software, I pay 3,000 Naira every month, right? And this software, I'm putting in, how long I walked, what I ate, things like that, which measures, how well I'm doing day by day, for example, right? Then so online courses, software, the things that I would do myself, right? Those are DIY, and those are usually the lowest price. Those are usually the lowest price solutions that you can offer behind your book. So a book could be as low as 2,000 Naira, or you can have an online course which could be 50,000 Naira, right? So think about it. So I buy a book for 2,000, and then there's an online course which is normally 50,000, but hey, you can get it today for 30,000 Naira, right? And so you do a special deal for people who buy your book, where they can buy an online course which is normally 50K, they get it for 30K. The online course is DIY, which means they buy the course and they're doing it by themselves. You've done the hard work to build the course, you've done the hard work to build the software, and now it's there, right? So that is one example there, okay? Now, the other type is what we call DWY, right? DWY means done with you. So DIY is with yourself, then DWY, and these are, I love DWY because I love working with people. I love interacting with and helping people. We do it together. So DWY, things like live classes. So an online course you do, or a self-implementation course, you buy the course and you're doing it by yourself. But we can run live classes where we get together. I love doing this. So We get together. I have my boardroom here where I get together with about 6 coaches. We go in here and we spend the whole day working together. I'm working with them, right? So it's done with you program. So online, live classes, online or offline, as long as they're interactive and we're doing them together, are done with you programs. Coaching programs as well. So you get on a 90-day coaching program. So and you can buy a course, which you do by yourself, or you could get into a program where we're working together. Now, these are usually much higher priced than DIY programs. So, for example, you might be attending a live training for 150,000 or thereabout. So, the online course, 30K, then a live training program, maybe 100K, 150K, so you see the difference there. So you could done with you programs, or a 90-day coaching program, right? So get on a 90-day coaching program, which would be, brings the tools, it brings the knowledge, but it also brings accountability and support, right? So those are done with you programs. So those are the kind of things that you do with the client. So they started off buying your book. That's what qualified them as a buyer, right? Now, there's different types of people. There's freebie seekers and there's buyers. Freebie seekers are never going to spend money with you. They're cheapos. They don't want to invest in their goals. They're going to they're looking for free, and they're on what we call the slow track. And that's fine, right? Give them enough value for them to tell other people about you, right? But they're going to be there for a while. That's the truth. But we have those who are ready to invest in their goals. And most of the time, not all the time, most of the time, they will start with the low-hanging fruit, which is your book. And then once they've done that, then there's opportunities for them to upgrade. And so the DIY first, do it yourself, things like courses, things like software, then done with you programs like coaching programs, on live classes, so you get together, you run a live class, etc. Those are done with you programs, right? And then the third is done for you programs, or DF1, right? So the done for you programs are sort of implementation services where you literally take over and deliver the service for the client. So for example, let me give you an example. Imagine if you write a book, right, which is how to manage your accounts, how to set up your accounts when you're just starting your business. So you write a book. If you're an accountant and you write a book, say how to set up your accounts when you're just starting out in business to help you succeed, something like that. I just made up that book title, right? And so you write that book. So you're an accountant who writes a book for people who want to start a business on how to set up their accounts, okay, right? Now, so you do that and you get that out there. Now, the people who are going to buy the book are people who know accounts are important, who want to start their own businesses. But when they buy the book, right, then what you can offer them beyond that is a done-for-you service where, you know what, I can help you manage your accounts so you don't have to worry about that accounting stuff. You can just focus on finding and serving your customers, and I will take that away from you. Now, done for you serve, and then they're paying you a monthly fee for you providing that service. So this is now a done for you service. So the book, right, is a brilliant tool that establishes credibility and authority, but also opens up doors for you to get accounting clients who you're doing their accounting for them. What about I build and manage your website, right? So you can write a book on, how to, something like how to structure a website for a successful business. You write a book. I'm just making this up. And you write a book like that. And so the people who are going to buy that kind of book are people who want a website that's going to help them have a successful business. And you just, so people who see that, again, they see that they're driving through traffic, they see the book, hey, I want that book, or maybe they see it online through a Facebook ad, whatever it is, but they buy your book, right? And then they buy your book, and then later on, they're then sitting with you and you're consulting with them, and then you say, you know what, let's build your website for you, and then we'll manage it for you for a fee. Right, and so now you don't have to worry about your website. You just need to focus on doing your thing, and that's another done for you. Other thing, like we manage your marketing. Or what about we design and manage your tech? I know so many business people right now who are stuck. Brilliant people, because they hate tech. And I know some brilliant people who are stuck because even though they don't hate tech, tech is still slowing them down because their core, their zone of brilliance is not tech, right? But for some reason, so imagine you write a book, which is how to get rid of your tech headaches and accelerate your business, and again, same thing is the done for you service could be, hey, we will design your tech and we'll manage your tech so you don't have to worry about tech. You can focus on just doing the things you love to do. And so you then have a done for you service. So these are the different types of solutions behind your book. So as you're going into 2018, the big question is, what is it that you have to offer beyond the book, the content of the book that can really add value? Whether it's creating DIY solutions, so things like software, things like courses, which people can take by themselves in their own time, or could it be done with you solutions, which is, hey, I'm going to be running live classes. I'm going to run coaching programs. I'm going to be, taking mentoring, whatever it is that you're going to be doing with people who you solve those sort of problems for, right? And then finally, done for you service. What are the kind of things that I would love to take away from people and get them to pay me for me to do it for them so they don't have to worry about it, right? So these are some of those things that you need to look at as we go into 2018. So think about that, right? Because the next time we get together, and I just realized, America, we haven't even agreed when we're going to get together next time. I'm actually happy to, let me just think about this for a moment. I'm happy for us to do Boxing Day, if you all are cool. Boxing Day, same time. If you're cool with that, please just say yes. Right, but I'm very happy to do Boxing Day, where what we're going to do, and this is part 3, what I'm going to do here is I'm literally going to help you understand the process that I recommend. I'm gonna literally hand to you the process that I really recommend. This is an easy, smooth process, right, for you to be able to actually take that book and build that machine behind it. All right, so I'm looking to do this with you on Boxing Day, same time, same place, Pen and Ink Masters live. Right. So thanks, Amanda. Thanks, lovely. Thanks, Sandra. That's brilliant. So I don't know what my plans are for Boxing Day. I hope my wife doesn't wring my neck when I tell her I'm doing this. But you know what? I've made that commitment, so I'm going to be here. We're going to have a brilliant one. Thanks, folks. This is Christmas Eve, and I know that a lot of you have family, you have a lot of things going on, and the fact that you've shown up here. Is it a match day? 27th, I'm not sure. You know what? This is going to be really tricky. A match day, so is that a football? Okay, so if it's football, then football day won't work. 27th, actually, you know what? 27th is game. I just realized. 27th, I have something, but 7 p.m. I can do. So let's do, apologize everyone who's agreed to Boxing Day, but we're going to do the 27th, which is Wednesday. Wednesday, I can do it. I thought I couldn't do it, but I can because it's 8 p.m. your time. It's 7 p.m. my time. I will be available. Let's get together. Let's rock and roll. And let's really, really just get this machine ready for a phenomenal 2018. Right? Oh, I love my football too, right? I support Arsenal Football Club for my sins. Right. Okay, folks. I really appreciate all of you, and I look forward to being with you Wednesday, same time. Keep on being phenomenal. Leave your comments, leave your thoughts, leave your questions. If you do have any questions, I will come back to answer your question. So yes, it is 27th, and yes, it is 8 p.m. Nigerian time, 7 p.m. UK time. Keep on being awesome. You're all amazing. If you do have any questions, thoughts, comments, queries, leave them here in the comment section. I will come back later, and I will engage and I'll respond. Right. Absolute pleasure, Sandra. Really appreciate you showing up, on Christmas Eve. It's a big deal, and I don't take it for granted. All right. Keep on being amazing. God bless, and bye for now.